Hey, this is Dan from the Collectify team, and this is the first in a new series of videos where we're going to demonstrate how to build an NFT collection from scratch using Collectify. Collectify is an operating system for NFTs. You can go from building a whitelist to minting a range of contracts to managing your project, as well as adding additional features such as marketplaces, staking. We even have some pretty exciting new AI tools coming as well. I'm going to show you all of these tools with a little demo project that I've been working on. So let's jump in. Okay, here we are in the launchpad. And as you can see, there's something here already. This is a giveaway. This is how I'm going to build my whitelist, and this is what we're going to cover in this first video. Before we get into anything, I just want to quickly address the chain. Now, Collectify operates on a series of blockchains. You want to make sure you're using the right one for your project. Now, what that is will be up to you. It'll be depending on the community that you're trying to reach and a number of other things. Fees are worth taking into consideration as well. Definitely do your research before starting a project on a chain. It's pretty hard to change after you start. Okay, so as you can see, this is my first giveaway and this is what it looks like. Okay, this is a pretty standard form. We have the project information, and then we have the parameters for signing up to the project. You've got to connect a wallet. You've got to follow some Twitter accounts. In this instance, I've asked you to connect to an email, and there's a little captcha. Now, why are we doing this? We're doing this to build a whitelist, and you may know what that is. Just in case you don't, a whitelist is simply an addressed list of authorized participants to mint your project. Now, obviously, you can do this manually. You can ask your friends to send you an address. But of course, we need to reach larger audiences, and part of how we can do that is through these giveaway type things. Now, these can be done solo or they can be done in collaboration. So for example, I've asked the follower here to also follow Collectify. This is done in partnership with Collectify, and if this were a live project, I'm afraid it's not, they would be helping promote this so we can do a little bit of audience share. So let's go back to the launchpad and work out how to do that for ourselves. Okay, step 1, creating a giveaway. My project is called Henge. It's themed around Celtic mythology. From my accent, you can probably tell I'm British. I've got a lovely picture of a dolmen. It's a type of megalith. We have a few of them from where I'm from. And I'm going to drop in a project description. Now, we can do a range of customizations to that copy. We can add images and we can add the link to our website. Okay, so henge.xyz, let's just say that's not a real address, but also please don't buy it, and a YouTube link. It's worth noting that you can actually change these after the fact, just in case you need to. There are certain things you can change. All of this stuff is changeable. However, the next stuff you cannot. I'll get to that in a minute. Draw date, let's just say the end of the month at midnight, and there are 1,000 spots up for grabs in this giveaway. Okay, next up, the registration requirements. This is where it gets interesting, and again, these are the features that you can't change after the fact, so try and get them right first time. Firstly, you can require people to hold a token. Now, this will be a token that's obviously operating on the chain that you're on, defaulting to the main token, in this case BNB, because I am building this on BNB chain. You can also ask to hold an NFT, and you can also require any custom token. You just need the contract address, and we recommend you add a swap link to allow people to easily find a way to buy the token. This is particularly useful if you already have your project up and running. Maybe you've released a token and you want to reward those token holders. Now, this is the first one, so all I'm going to do is require 0.01 BNB just to have them prove that the wallet has something in it. Next up, I'm going to ask you to follow our fake Twitter account, and Collectify are going to support us, so we're going to add them too. This is ideal for when you have a partnership with someone. Okay, so let's say you've got some friends with a project and they've agreed to help you do a bit of audience share. This is how you set those parameters, right? You can then also encourage people to like and retweet. by making it a requirement. You just need to drop in the URL for the tweet that needs to be interacted with. This should be prepared ahead of time, FYI. For my project, I'm not going to ask for that. You can ask people to connect their Discord and join your server, which is, again, pretty standard for the space. You just need to drop in all the required information. I'm not going to do it for my project. Okay, next up, the winner selection. So if your giveaway oversubscribes, especially if you're, sharing with a big project and you have a large number of their followers getting involved, you can ask this to randomly select your winners. And if you do not, you have to ask them for their emails so you can contact them after the fact. Okay. My project is going to be quite interactive, so I would like to ask for email addresses from people. This is not the most common thing in the space, but it's worth working out if you want to do it or not. Okay. I'm going to ask people to hit capture to just prove that they're not a bot. And the invite friends, I'm actually going to turn that off. Okay, let's see. And then the final one is the custom field. Now, the custom field is where you can ask for any additional information you want. That's up to you. In this instance, we've given the example of a Tezos address. We don't support Tezos at the moment, but maybe you have some kind of feature there. You could be asking for time zone, for instance, for a bit of data capture to understand your audience better. Whatever you need. Okay, now let's just click create. So here we are. This is the giveaways dashboard where you can edit the general information. As I mentioned before, this stuff is up for grabs for you to change. You can also add a mint date, right? So let's just say 22nd of June. Any changes, you need to click save and you will get a little pop-up of your wallet and you'll have to sign. Don't worry, it doesn't cost anything. Registration requirements, you can check on these, but you cannot change them, okay? So as I said before, you've got to get that right the first time. The theme, if we go through and we follow the link, this is the link to our giveaway. We can see we have a color, we have a font. These are actually set to a default, so you have to come into theme and change that. I'm going to change this to this kind of green color. Yeah, I'm going to keep on this font, no 2 cents. Okay, save. Sign the contract. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back and double check it. And look at that, the color's changed. Maybe I'll change that back later or when I do a real one. Okay, now coming back here, you'll see the winners list. So at the moment, the giveaway is live. So you actually have to go through the public link to the winners list where you can see the people who are already involved. This doesn't give away full information, no private information is divulged. However, when you get to the end process, you will find, let's just use this example of a finished project, right? You come to winners list and here you can just see the addresses with the connected email, Twitter, Discord information. This is all easily exported as a CSV, so you can just take that over to wherever you're storing your whitelist so far. Coming back to Henge, that's about it. Okay, pretty straightforward, as I said. Start sharing this link, share it with your collaboration partner if you want, and hopefully it fills up. Okay, coming back to the dashboard, here we are. You can see now we have my Henge alongside my original demo. I just wanted to show you this because I didn't mention it before. When you're on this dashboard, the way you get to the edit section is through this button right here. This button will actually just take you to the list so far. So there we are. That's about it. Next time, we're going to have a look at minting, which gets a bit more complicated. We're going to primarily focus on making your first ERC 721, but also we're going to deal with metadata. So if that sounds interesting to you, come back next time. Give our channel a subscribe, and hopefully see you there. Okay, till next time. Bye.